Qualitative Analysis Lab Unknown E. Here we go. We have a solution right here, and it looks clear. I think you can see that. And what is in that solution? Either silver, barium, or zinc, or silver and barium, barium and zinc, or silver and zinc, or all three ions, or none of these ions. So any combination of 0, 1, 2, or 3 ions are there. And you're going to have to figure out if these ions are present or not, and which ones are present. So our scheme for doing that is following our flow chart on page 4. We're going to add Cl-2 of this, and we're going to mix it. And if there's a precipitate, we'll centrifuge and decant. Otherwise, we'll just go straight to adding the next solution. And that solution will be FeCN6 minus 4. Again, after we add that, we'll mix it. If there is a precipitate, we'll centrifuge and decant and skim off the solution and add the next thing. Otherwise, we will just take that solution, because that's all we'll have, and add the next thing. And that next thing to add will be the CrO4 minus 2. So that is the sequence of what we're going to do. Ultimately, you're going to go to your unknown and answer for this unknown, letter E, Ag, yes or no. If it's present, same thing for Ba, yes or no, and Zn, yes or no. You are going to use the supporting evidence to support that, and that is in the general information video that I put out for unknowns, so make sure to watch that one. Okay, let's go to a bigger screen so you can see this right here. We're going to move this over, sneak down here with a centrifuge I'm bringing in. We have our test tube. I'm going to bring a test tube rack. Should probably bring these ions over, my test solutions. If you can see that very well, I think that helps a little bit. And I'm going to get some reagents. And the first one I'm going to add is Cl minus. So I'm going to look at this Cl minus, get this in a spot where you can see this as I add the drops. And I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, looking at that, it looks very clear. You know, I can mix this up. I should probably do that, but no need to centrifuge it or decant it because it just looks like a clear homogeneous solution. So I'm going to go to my next step, which is adding the FeCN6 minus 4, and we'll take a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I definitely see some clouding up stuff. If I have another test tube here, which I thought I have, but apparently I don't. Need a little blank solution. Here we go. Here is distilled water right here, and here is my solution now. You can definitely see the cloudiness there. You can probably pick that up as I was adding the drops. Okay, I'm going to put this in a centrifuge. I'm putting it across from each other, and then I'm going to spin that around. So centrifuge, what it does is it spins around really fast, and heavier objects go to the outside more readily than lighter objects. Just like you're lighter than air. So when you go on a spinning ride at Valley Fair, you get essentially forced to the outside of that, whatever the spinning thing is that you have. So I'm going to spin that around real good, and hopefully I mixed it well, and I hope that separates it. Sometimes these can be a little fussy, so we're going to see what happens with it. Like go just a little bit more. Okay, turn that off. I'm going to keep my fingers away from the center where the glass is, but I'm going to slow that down. And well, that looks pretty good. So it looks a little bit hazy, but I can definitely see the solid on the bottom. And I'm going to grab another test tube. And yeah, I see there's some haze left, but I definitely see the solid at the bottom. And that should be okay. It's a pretty good separation. So even though there's some haze there, you can see through it, and there's the solid that was left at the bottom. So now I got this haze, and what am I going to do there? I'm going to add the next substance. And again, if you're going to be getting a precipitate, you should see cloudiness as I add the drops. Okay, even, it should significantly stand out more than the haze background that you already have. Okay, and it's probably easiest to see as you add the drops what's going on. So I'm going to add these drops. It's turning yellow, but it might look a little different in the video, but it doesn't look like there's any more haze. It's just, it's a slight haze, and then it's kind of a yellow slight haze, but it doesn't seem to be getting cloudier. And in this final test, it should definitely get cloudy as you add the drops to be a positive test in that case. So to me, it does not look like it's getting any more hazy or picking up any precipitate during this last test. So that is your information for unknown E. And what you want to do is make sure that you're answering yes or no for each of the 3 ions, and then support it with your reasons, and go to the general info video if you have questions about how to show that supporting reasoning for unknown E and any of the other unknowns. Any questions? Let me know. Thanks for watching.